Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Again, to avoid repetition, remember this big inside of the mouth, the big one that we did first. We'll go ahead and follow the same pattern from round 1 to round 6, the exact thing we did from round 1 to round 6. At the end of that round 6, you are going to have 42 single crochets in total. Rewind your video or just check your pattern, it is written there. So when I have my 6 rounds completed, I'll come and let you know the next thing to do. So here I am after working my 6 rounds. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I count from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So, and the last round, which was the 6th round, I worked an increase, then 5 single crochets, an increase, 5 single crochets. I repeated that 6 times and I have 42 single crochets at the end of round 6. So we are moving to round 7, which is we make an increase. Start with an increase and we'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. So we work 6 single crochets, then again we make an increase, then work 6 single crochets. We'll go ahead and repeat this all the way until we get to our stitch marker, and at the end of round 7 we are going to have 48 single crochets in total. So this is what I have after working my round 7. So for round 8 we start with an increase again. So I work 2 single crochets in a stitch. So I just worked my increase and we'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So you work 7 single crochets, then you make an increase again, 7 single crochets, you make an increase, 7 single crochets. Go ahead and repeat this all the way around. We'll be repeating that 6 times in total, and that will bring us to the end of the round. And at the end of round 8 we are going to have 54 stitches in total. So this is what I have after working my round 8. So for round 9 we are going to start with an increase as usual. Start with an increase and we'll go ahead and work 8 single crochets in total. After completing that, we make an increase again. We work 8 single crochets, an increase, 8 single crochets. So we repeat this pattern 6 times in total, and at the end of round 9 we are going to have 60 stitches in total. So go ahead and work yours. So this is what I have after working round 9. So for round 10, which will be our final round of increase, we are going to start with an increase as usual. So that's 2 single crochets in a stitch, and we'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 9 stitches. So you make an increase again, you work 9 single crochets. You make an increase, you work 9 single crochets. So we go ahead and repeat this 6 times. That will bring us to the end of the round. Now at the end of round 10, we are going to have 66 single crochets in total. So this is what I have after completing my round 10. So for round 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So that's 9 rounds in total. We'll go ahead and work regular single crochet into our 66 stitches for 9 rounds in total. So when I have my 9 rounds completed, that's when I get to round 19. I'll come back and let you know the next thing to do. So this is what I have after working my 9 rounds. So right now we are going to be adding the inner mouth we made earlier. So I'll be going in with this. And we are going to start the next round, which is round 20. We're going to start with 27 single crochet, which I have done already. I went ahead, I made my 27 single crochet. So go ahead and work 27 single crochets. So remember, you will have the mouth inside out. Let me be sure I have that. Okay, I'm about to turn it inside out. So we'll be joining the head and the mouth together. We'll be joining with 12 stitches. So right now, after working your 27 single crochets, so I'll grab the mouth and start from here. So I will go right inside my next stitch, which is here, and I'll go into the next stitch on I'll enter into any stitch actually. Remember, we have 24 single crochets around, so you can actually join from anywhere. So I want to count 12 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10 11 and 12. So I'll just enter into that 12th stitch just like that. I enter into both loops, into the both piece. Now go ahead and work my single crochet. So we'll be working 12 single crochets in total. So that's 1. I'll go into the next here, and I'll go into the next on the piece, and that's 2. Go into the next on the head, and the next on the inner mouth. So that's 3. So I'll go ahead and complete 12 single crochets in total. So after completing 12 single crochets, I'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the remaining 27 stitches. So that will complete our round 20. So I completed my round 20. So for round 21, we are going to start with 27 single crochets again. So when I have 27 single crochets done, I'll come and let you know the next thing to do. So right now, previously when we remember, I showed us how a front loop and back loop when we were doing our decrease. So right now, after working my 27 single crochets, the next 12 stitches we are going to be working it around this remaining 12 stitches we have for the inner mouth. But this is it, we are not working through both loops. For this round, we'll be working in the front loop. So for the next round, we'll be working in the back loop. So I hope that is clear. So after working my 27 single crochets, so this is the next, I'm not moving this way again, I'll move on this piece, the mouth. Remember, we have 12 stitches remaining. So into the next, this is the last stitch I entered here, so this is my next stitch here. So I'll pick the front loop, just the front loop only, right there. So I have 1, so I'll pick the next 2. So I will go ahead and pick the front loop of the 12 stitches we have here. So after completing the 12 stitches, I will go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the remaining 27 stitches, and that will complete our round 21. So right now for round 22, we are going to start with 27 single crochets again. So when I have that done, I will come and let you know the next thing to do. So after working 27 single crochets, you see the back loop that we have left in the previous round. This is where we'll be working into. So we are going to work 12 single crochets into this 12 stitches in the back loop. So that's where we'll be working. So starting from the very first right here, it's quite, see that, so this is the first. It's quite easy to identify. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I will go ahead and complete my 12 single crochets, and after that I will go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the remaining 27 stitches. In case you don't know the next stitch to enter here, just count from here, from the last stitch here, just count 27 stitches back. So you are going to enter the 27th stitch. So I hope that works. So this is what we have. As you can see, the inside of the mouth is fully attached. So this is what we have. So for round 23, 24 and 25, so that's 3 rounds. We just go ahead and work 1 single crochet in each and every of our 66 stitches. We'll go like this. So when I have my 3 rounds done, and we'll come back and start making the body, we'll start making some reductions. So right now we start working on the body, and we are going to make some increase before we start decreasing. So to start, for round 26, we are going to start with an increase, just like we did for the head when we were making the bees. So we start with an increase, that's 2 single crochets inside. Then we'll go ahead and work 10 single crochets in total. So after working 10 single crochets, we make an increase again, we work 10 single crochets, we make an increase, we work 10 single crochets. So we go ahead and repeat this 6 times, and at the end of round 26, we are going to have 72 stitches in total. So go ahead and do this. So completed round 26. So for round 27, which will be our last round of increase for the body, so we are going to start with an increase as usual. So that's 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and we'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 11 stitches. So we are going to work 11 single crochets in total. Then we'll make an increase again, then we'll work 11 stitches, make an increase, 11 single crochet, make an increase. So we'll repeat this pattern 6 times. That will bring us to the end of the round, and at the end of round 27, we are going to have 78 stitches in total. So go ahead and work this. So I have my round 27 done. You can see where we made some increases. So right now for the next 8 rounds, that's round 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 and 35, that's 8 rounds in total. We go ahead and work regular single crochets into our 78 stitches. So for 8 rounds, when I have the 8 rounds done, I will come back and let you know the next thing to do. We'll start making some reductions to close this up. So this is what I have after working my 8 rounds, and right now we are going to start making some reductions, and we are going to start stuffing the head. So we are going to stuff the head in this manner and make sure that the inner mouth remains in this manner, not down like this. We want it up, so you don't want to overstuff this and have this completely closed. We want it to open up. So while you are stuffing the head, make sure that you have your hand inside to guide it. Do you get? So we want to have the inner mouth in this manner. We want to have it like this, not vertical like this. We want to have it horizontal. It should remain horizontal like this and not vertical. We want it in this manner. So you're going to stuff the inner head first, not overstuff. Then you place this. Make sure it is not pointing downwards like this. We want it to maintain this. So I will go ahead. Okay, let's work our first decrease. Then after that, we go ahead and stuff. Then we keep on stuffing as we decrease. So our first decrease, we are going to work. We're going to start with a decrease. Then we work 11 single crochet. So remember how we made our decrease? We pick the front loop and the front loop. So 2 front loops and you work your decrease. And we go ahead and work 11 single crochets. After doing that, you work a decrease, then 11 single crochet again. Decrease, 11 single crochet. So we go ahead and repeat this 6 times in total, and that will bring us to the end of the round, and go ahead and stuff the head. So for round 37, we are going to start with a decrease again. So you pick the 2 front loops, you work your decrease, then you go ahead and work 10 single crochets. After you work 10 single crochets, you decrease again, work 10 single crochet, you decrease. So I'll go ahead and repeat this, then I'm going to stop the head. So this is what I have after I stopped. I'll stop more as I decrease. So next we are going to start with a decrease again as usual, and we'll go ahead and work 9 single crochets after making a decrease. So I made my decrease, so we'll go ahead and work 9 single crochets, then decrease again, 9 single crochets, decrease. So I'll go ahead and repeat this 6 times. That will bring me to the end of the round. So this is what I have after finishing my round. So for the next round, again we are going to start with a decrease, and then we'll go ahead and work 8 single crochets in total. After working 8 single crochets, we decrease again, work 8 single crochets, we decrease. We'll go ahead and repeat this until we get to the very end, and remember to keep stuffing more, but make sure that the mouth, as you can see, you have it in this manner and you don't overstuff your doll. So for the next round, we are going to start with a decrease as usual, the front loops. We'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So we have 7 single crochets. Don't make a decrease again, 7 single crochets, make a decrease, 7 single crochets. So this will be the repetition for this round. So go ahead and work yours. So for the next round, as usual, we start with our decrease. So I have my decrease done. Then I'll go ahead and work 6 single crochets. After working 6 single crochets, I'll make another decrease. Work 6 single crochets, make another decrease. So that will be the repetition for this round. So go ahead and work this. So I stuffed more. For the next round, that's round 42. We are going to start with a decrease as usual. To make a decrease, then we'll go ahead and work 5 single crochets. Decrease. So we work 5 single crochets. So ready. Pick that again. 3, 4, and 5. So we'll go ahead and repeat this pattern 5 more times. That will bring us to the end of the round. So for the next round, which is round 43, we are going to start with a decrease as usual, and we'll go ahead and work 4 single crochets. So we work 4 single crochets, then make a decrease, 4 single crochets, we make a decrease. So that will be the repetition for round 43, and at the end of the round we are going to have 30 stitches in total. So go ahead and I will stop more. So for the next round, which is round 44, we are going to start with a decrease like we normally would. So starting with a decrease, go ahead and work. Sorry, take that again. Start with a decrease. Now go ahead and work 3 single crochets. Make a decrease, 3 single crochets. Make a decrease, work 3 single crochets. So that will be the repetition for this round. At the end of this round, we have 24 single crochets in total. And also, I'm going to stuff this more. So after finishing that round, I stuffed more. So right now you go ahead and make a hole inside the monster like this. Make a hole inside. As you can see what I have here, because we'll be putting the the inside, we'll be putting it here. So after making your hole, you can see, make sure it is, remember we turned this inside out, so this is the wrong side and this is the right side. So this will go inside the hole like so. So I'll go ahead and fix that properly. So right now, after putting that inside, right now we are going to work our next decrease, and we are going to be working the decrease in another style. The normal way we will do our decrease, the one we've been doing is the invisible decrease, but we'll be doing the regular decrease now because we'll be decreasing. We'll be making our decrease while working on both pieces, the inside and the body. So I'll go into my first stitch on the body right here, and I'll go into the stitch for the inside right here. Last stitches, I'll go inside, I'll pull out the loop. Now I'll go into the next stitch here on the body, and I'll go into the next stitch on the inside. I'll pull out a loop. I have 3 loops, and I will yarn over and pull through all 3. So we just made our first decrease, joining both pieces together. So we work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So you pick the next stitch here and pick the next stitch on the inside, which is this. Again, we work 1 single crochet into the next 1, then 1, then we'll make another decrease. So the pattern for this round is you make a decrease, then you work 2 normal single crochet, you make a decrease, then 2 normal single crochet. So let me show you how to make the decrease once more. So I'll go into the next stitch here, and I'll go into the next stitch on the inside, I'll pull out a loop. I'll go through the next stitch here again, and the next stitch for the inside, I'll pull out a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, then you yarn over and put through all 3. So we'll just go ahead and repeat our 2 single crochets, then you make a decrease, 2 single crochets, make a decrease. So when you repeat that 4 more times, that will bring it to the end of the round, and I'll come and let you know how we are going to finish up. So for the last round of the body, we are going to work a slip stitch into all our stitches. We have 18 stitches in total, so we'll be working 18 slip stitch. This is the last round, so I'll go into my very first stitch, which is this, and I'll work my slip stitch. I'll go into the next, I'll work my slip stitch, and I'll go ahead and continue doing this until I do this finish. I'll do 18 in total, so I have 3, so I have 15 more to go, so go ahead and do yours. So after working my last slip stitch, I will go ahead and fasten off, and I will go ahead, I'll use my needle, I'll tie the tail in the body, and you see my stitch marker, I'm going to pull that out gently, just like that, and I will go ahead and hide this. This is ready, and we'll come and move to the next thing.